Welcome to Milford Sound, New Zealand's most magnificent natural landscape. The majestic mountains and towering waterfalls paired with the beautiful lush green rainforest and darkening water makes this destination a must-do in any South Island itinerary. Let me show you around. So yesterday I didn't have much time to vlog because we ventured deep into the Fiordland National Park where Milford Sound is located, and yesterday the sun couldn't shine brighter. And if you're familiar with the area, you may already know that this isn't a place for sunshine. Anyway, so we crossed the Hammer Tunnel, which leads you into Milford Sound, and as soon as you enter this place, it will leave you speechless. So after enjoying the beautiful sunshine and the fiery sunset, this morning we woke up for something special as well. So basically after yesterday's fiery sunset, I was like, we may get good sunrise, but even if we don't, I'm happy with what I got already. And this morning we woke up and it was starting to look a banger. So obviously we came here and I have never seen such a beautiful reflection in any sort of water. So it's perfect right now. The only thing is probably see the sandflies. Alright, so after the gorgeous sunrise, we quickly had something for breakfast and then jumped into a water taxi which took us to the other side. So now we can explore a part of the famous Milford Track. So we are about an hour into the hike and the views are jaw-dropping. It's incredible, the mountains, the waterfalls, the little creeks. So probably this is the most affordable yet exclusive trip you can book here. The Milford Track is a 54 kilometers long walk, which back in the days was used by the Maori people. Nowadays, over 14,000 people a year are following the path to reach Milford Sound. It goes through mountains and river crossings, so you have to be well prepared to complete this hike. You are also able to do only parts of it through half and full day hikes, similarly like we did. While we are going to today's destination, I thought I should share some fun facts about this place. So first of all, the reason why I said that we are incredibly lucky to have not only 1 but 2 days of sunshine already is because this is actually one of the wettest places on earth and it tops New Zealand's rainfall. To give you some numbers, there is around 7,000 millimeters of rain each year here. The most rainfall here a day ever been recorded was 250 millimeters, which is just insane. The second is actually a misconception. As I said, it's called Milford Sound, but it's actually a fjord and not a sound. If you are not familiar with this whole thing, basically when we are talking about a sound, for example Marlborough Sound, the bay was created by a river, then sea entered the bay itself. Now with a fjord, during the last ice age, when there was ice rivers here, the ice carved out the bay, and then as the ice melted, the sea took its place. So when you are coming here, and even in these videos, you may notice the very dark colored water which surrounds Milford Sound. There is a few reasons why this is so dark here. First of all, it's hundreds of meters of deep. Secondly, fresh water and salt water from the sea mixes together, which creates an even darker colored water. And then lastly, during the many rainfalls that I mentioned, a so-called tannin is washed out from the rainforest around this area, and as it washes into the water, it makes it even more dark. Usually people call it either a very dark tea color or a dark ink. And there is one more thing about this water which actually surprised me a lot. So there is approximately 6 meters of fresh water on the salt water, which makes it perfect for sea life. So there is actually 60 species of different dolphins. The rarest penguin can be found here, and many birds nest here. One of them I would encourage you to keep an eye out for is the so-called kias, which is the world's only alpine parrot, and it can be found here. Before we leave today, there is one more thing that everyone must do when coming to Milford Sound, and it's cruising. But before we do that, let me tell you a little bit of history about this whole place and how the exploration started here. So first of all, Maori people used this area to fish, hunt, and to find greenstone jade, and they accessed the area through the Milford Track. So if you are hiking through at least a part of it, like we did yesterday, you are hiking on the tracks that the Maori people did back in the days. And jumping a bit in time, if you are following my journey through the South Island, I mentioned Abel Tasman and James Cook in my Christchurch video. Even though Abel Tasman recorded New Zealand and then later Captain James Cook mapped out most of the coastline, it is said that even Captain Cook missed the entrance of this sound twice. So he didn't make the discovery. Just many years later, an explorer named John Grono explored the sound. And you may ask, why did Captain Cook miss this place? The reason for that is pretty simple. So at the very end of this sound, which you will see in the video, there is two land chunks which is exactly 90 degrees from each other. So if you are coming from the Tasman Sea, it looks like that it's the land here, so you can easily miss the entrance if you don't know that it's here. So at least that's the explanation why he missed this. So that's it with the little history of the region here and the key figures that played an important role of what we know Milford Sound today. But now let's start the cruise. Alright guys, so we just finished with our cruise, and with that we finished our adventures here at Milford Sound. If you are contemplating coming here or not, even if it's raining, you should, because every time, every day is different. All the conditions are just different today than it was yesterday. And one little fun fact, the last one for you for today, for this video, is one that I just heard on the boat, and they said that the deepest point of Milford Sound is actually the same as the height of the Eiffel Tower. I hope you guys enjoyed and this video inspired you to visit this jaw-dropping place. It's definitely a must-do if you are on the South Island. I'm heading back to Queenstown now, from where the video is coming next week, so make sure you check that out as well. And if you missed any of the New Zealand episodes, I will link them somewhere here so you can find the whole playlist. Anyway, see you guys in the next one.